Hello everyone, Sirius here asking the big questions. Bat cave or a mushroom cave? I mean, whoever you are, it's a no-brainer. Bat cave all the way, and if you're saying otherwise, you're lying. But if we're talking Stardew Valley, this is an eternal question. Once you get to 25,000 in total earnings, Demetrius will visit your farm and give you the weirdest question he could come up with. He'll transform your personal farm cave into a bat cave or a mushroom cave. And once you decide, you can't ever change it again. So here's some stress for you right there. The bat cave doesn't really mean you're gonna have your own personal bat army at your disposal. It just means you'll be able to find fruit in there. The bats can drop any fruit growing either on fruit trees or the forageable berries you find around during various seasons. The drops are not dependent on any season at all. And a huge upside of this is that fruit trees are pretty expensive and take a month to grow, which is quite a substantial amount of time, especially in the beginning when you don't have either the time or the money to take care of it. So this little act of Demetrius' kindness can help you with this quite a lot. The way fruit can be used is mostly the community center or gifting, since it's pretty popular. However, the fruit spawn chance isn't anywhere near 100%. It's more like 50-50-ish. So every day you can find from 0 up to the amount of the available cave space there of fruit. If you want the numbers, it's 48% on no fruit spawning at all, and then a 25% chance for 1 fruit, 13% chance of 2 fruit, 7% for 3 pieces of fruit, and another 7% for 4 and more pieces. A nice touch here is that every piece of fruit will yield foraging experience and is affected by profession perks, meaning you can get higher rarity as well as more of it, which you'd probably consider a common courtesy, but wait till we get to the mushroom cave. But all in all, the cave will save you a lot of money and hustle in the early game, but might prove sort of pointless in the following years. The mushroom cave tells a different story altogether. 6 compost-like looking bins are placed in your cave, and even though it looks like Demetrius had done something nasty there, each of those can yield you 1 mushroom. There are 5 possible mushrooms you can get, which is a huge help towards the life elixir that helps you in the mines. Mushrooms should take 1 to 2 days to grow, and it all depends on when you put your farmer to sleep. The later you go to bed, the sooner will the mushrooms be ready for harvest. That said, if you go to sleep before 6 PM, you'll have to wait for 2 days for mushrooms to grow. Or at least that's how it's supposed to go. But who am I to argue with what the game is actually doing? So just keep that in mind. The downside of this whole entertainment is that mushrooms yield no experience and are not affected by any profession. You will always gather a normal item, no silver, gold or iridium, and you can get 2 mushrooms per container with the gatherer skill. Or at least you shouldn't. On the other hand, if you're lucky, you can find likes growing in the bins. Okay, maybe you can't. What would you use them for anyway? However, I could use one. Wink wink. It's not like mushrooms can be found in the wilderness. Mushrooms themselves can be gathered in the world during specific seasons, in the secret woods, and basically all around the map. Or in the mines. But this cave makes it way easier, season independent, and if you keep your sleeping schedule messed up enough, it's rather convenient. I think that within the community, there's a clear winner already, but since you're here, let's get to comparing. Unless you already know you just hate messing around with fruit trees, and you prefer your fruit with bad bite marks. A year worth of fruit cave and a year worth of mushroom cave. And that time I spent on it is something I will never get back. Wait, so is that really all for the fruit? That just feels, underwhelming actually. 157 pieces of fruit. On the other hand, the sheer amount of mushrooms we got. Dang! 672 items. That just feels brutal in comparison to the fruit, doesn't it? So the final money bag yields are 18,330 on the fruit side and 43,675 on the mushroom side. Now that's a knockout if I've ever seen one. But now I'd get creamed if I didn't say anything. While mushrooms are basically as is, and you can't make them any more valuable, fruit can be processed further. You can use kegs or preserves jar to multiply the value of fruit. So let's imagine we turned everything into wine, which makes the fruit worth 3 times as much. They would consume us more days, but would result in a whopping 54,990. A real market price for one night with Haley. I mean, what? Then again, I did kinda forget that I sold everything in iridium quality, which means it was already worth twice as much as the normal price. And the wine only takes the basic price, which means I would have to take my end result, divide it by 2, and then multiply that by 3, which would result in 27,495, which kinda puts the Batcave back in disadvantage, but I couldn't really resist taking a jab at Haley. It is for sure easier to mess around with fruit trees, especially since you can put them inside the greenhouse and they will produce all year long. While mushrooms do get kind of annoying, since their occurrence is sparse. I feel that this time, the game made the choice fairly easy for us. So the winner of this battle, in my totally professional opinion, is the magical Mushroom Cave. Hold on. That might send the wrong message. Just the Mushroom Cave, you know. Let's just end it here before I incriminate myself even further. If you disagree with me, let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, enjoy your personal cave, and I hope to see you next time.